students, welcome to Rohan Commerce Circle. So today we are here for ledger accounts and compound journal entries part 3. So let me show you the example to you. The question, it is Pratima purchased a running business with the following assets and liabilities. Now Pratima is purchasing a business. Mind it students, she is not starting a business. She is purchasing a business. Okay, so it has some assets and liabilities. Okay, so the cash was rupees 30,000, plant and machinery rupees 40,000, furniture rupees 15,000. So these are the assets which the business consists. Okay, and the liabilities are bank loan which is 30,000 and creditor which is 10,000. Okay, so as Pratima is buying the business, now the assets are increasing, right? When she is buying it, the assets are increasing. So what do we do according to the dealer rule? When the asset increases, we do debit it, right? And when the liabilities increases, we do credit it, right? According to the dealer rule. If you have not seen it, do click on the I button and see it. Okay, that is very important. In each and every video I am telling it because that is very important for doing journal. That is a basic thing. Okay, so I hope this part is clear, that why cash account debit, plant and machinery account debit, furniture account debit. Okay, these three are assets, these three are increasing, so that's why we are debiting it, right? Next is the bank loan and creditor, their liability, they are increasing, so we are crediting it. So to bank loan account, to creditors account. Okay, I hope this part up to this you are clear. So now just see the debit. The debit is, if you are totaling it, it will be 85,000, right students? Just see it. 30 plus 40 plus 15, if you are just adding it, it will be 85,000, and if you are adding the bank loan and creditor, it will be just 40,000. Now the balancing figure, okay, the balancing figure will be rupees 45,000. How it is? If you are just totaling it, it is 85, and if you are totaling it, 40,000. So just subtract it and it is 45,000. So this is the capital students. Mind it, this is the capital. Okay. So this is 2 capital. So the capital is also increasing, right? So that's why 2 capital is 45,000. Okay. I hope this part is clear to you. Next is purchased goods from Rishabh rupees 7,000 on credit. That means the business is purchasing goods. That is very easy. So the purchases account is basically what is happening, the purchases is increasing, right? The purchases is increasing, the expenses are increasing in this case. So when the expenses increases, we do debit it, and from whom we are buying it? We are buying it from Rishabh, right? So purchases account debit to Rishabh account. Okay, so who is Rishabh? Who is Rishabh students? Please do pause the video and comment it down. Rishabh is basically our creditor. That means we are purchasing the goods on credit from Rishabh, right? So that's why creditor is increasing, that means liability is increasing, so we are crediting it. So to Rishabh account 7,000 and 7,000. Okay, now the third entry is sold goods to Pratik on credit rupees 12,000. So we are selling goods to Pratik. Okay, so what is happening? Basically we are selling the goods to him on credit. That means who is Pratik? Pratik is basically a debtor for us, right? Pratik is basically a debtor for us because we are selling the goods to Pratik. Okay, so debtor is increasing, asset is increasing, so we are debiting him. Pratik account debit to sales account. Sales is a revenue, so revenue is increasing, so that's why we are crediting it to sales account. Okay, 12,000 and 12,000. Now we will be coming to the fourth and fifth entry. So what is the fourth entry? Paid to Rishabh rupees 6,500 and a cash discount of rupees 500 received. That means we are paying to Rishabh. Who was Rishabh? Rishabh was our basically creditor. Okay, that means we have to pay to Rishabh. So basically creditor is decreasing over here, liability is decreasing, so that's why we are debiting it. So Rishabh account debit. Okay, cash is going out of the business because we are paying the cash to Rishabh, so asset is decreasing, cash is decreasing means asset is decreasing, so to cash account. And discount received account is basically a revenue. Okay, so we have received the discount over here, that means we have received the revenue has increased, so revenue increases, that means we are crediting it, right? So to discount received 5. Now to discount received, how much will be the amount? We owe rupees 7,000 to Rishabh, that means we have to pay rupees 7,000 to Rishabh, so that's why total liability is 7,000. But how much we are paying? We are paying rupees 6,500 cash, and we are getting a discount of 500, that's why 6,500 to cash and discount received 500 rupees. Okay, so I hope this part is clear to you. What is the next one? Cash received from Pratik rupees 10,000 and discount allowed rupees 2,000, that means we have received the cash, asset has increased, so cash account debit. Okay, now discount allowed means we are allowing the discount, so it is a expense, so the expense is increasing. Discount received is income or revenue, you can say. Discount allowed is expense, so expense is increasing. As the expense increases, students, what do? We do debit it, right? So discount allowed account debit. Okay, and who is basically Pratik? Pratik is our debtor, so debtor is decreasing, asset is decreasing, so we are crediting him to Pratik account. Okay, so that's why cash account debit 10,000, discount allowed, how much discount we have given to him? That is 2,000. And what was the total amount he should have to be pay? So he should have to pay rupees 12,000, so that's why to Pratik account is 12,000. So cash account debit 10,000, discount allowed account debit 2,000, to Pratik account 12,000. Okay, so I hope this part of journal is clear. Now we will be coming to the ledger of all these journals. Okay, now we will see the ledger of all these journal. So we have written the journal over here so that you could understand, and I have drawn the ledger accounts for you. So let us understand. So what is the first one? That is cash account debit, plant and machinery account debit, furniture account debit, to bank loan, to creditors and to capital. Okay, these are the balancing figures, students. These are the balancing figures. Okay, so the balancing figures in cash. What is cash? Cash is a debit balance. I have shown you cash is debit balance. So in cash, what we will write is to balance BD, that is rupees 30,000. Okay, plant and machinery account we will write to balance BD, that is 40,000, and furniture account we will write to balance BD 15,000. Okay, next is bank loan. Bank loan is a credit, so we will write the credit balance. Okay, so by bank loan we will write 30,000, by balance BD, sorry, by balance BD we will write 30,000, and creditors account we will write by balance BD, that is 10,000, and on capital we will write by balance BD, that is rupees 45,000. Now students, why I have written this by and to? If you want to know that very clearly, you go to the first part of this video, that is the first part, ledger account part 1. You see the video, you will understand it in a better way that why I have written to balance and by balance. Okay, but basically this is a debit balance, that's why we have written to balance, and basically these are the credit balances, so that's why we have written by balance. Okay, so now is purchase account debit to Rishabh. So in purchase we have to write to Rishabh. This is purchase account, students. So in purchase we are writing to Rishabh, to Rishabh account. How much it is? It is rupees 7,000, and we have to do it in a double entry system. So in Rishabh we will write by purchase. How much it is? 7,000. Okay, I am writing it over here because there is no place over here. So next is Pratik account to sales. So in Pratik we will write to sales, right? And in sales we will write by Pratik. How much is the value? It is 12,000. So I am writing it over here, 12,000 by Pratik, 12,000. Okay, we have to write it sidewise. Okay, but as there is no place, so I am writing it as WO. Next is Rishabh account debit to cash to discount receipt. So in Rishabh account we have to write to cash. How much it is? It is rupees 6,500, and to discount received is 500. Okay, but this is a single entry, we have to do it in a double entry system. So in cash account, where is the cash account? This one. So in cash account we have to write by Rishabh. Okay, in cash account we have to write by Rishabh. How much it will be? It will be 6,500. Okay, and in discount received account, this one, discount received account, we have to write by Rishabh, that is rupees 500. Okay, I hope you have understood this. We are doing double entry. Okay, next is the last one is cash account debit, discount allowed account debit to Pratik account. Okay, so basically in Pratik account, where is Pratik? Over here. So in Pratik account we have to write by cash. How much it is? 10,000. Okay, and by discount allowed is 2,000. Discount allowed, I am writing DA. It is 2,000. Don't write it in your exams, otherwise teacher will cut this. You have to write discount allowed. There is no place, that's why I have written DA, but basically this is discount allowed and 2,000. But we have to do contra entry also. So in cash account we have to write to Pratik. Okay students, to Pratik is 10,000, and in discount allowed account, this one, we have to write to Pratik, that will be 2,000. Okay, in discount allowed we have to write to Pratik, which is rupees 2,000. Okay, so this one is basically the contra entry. Okay, so what we will do is we will just total it out. So just see, in this case, in this cash account, the total is 40,000. So over here also we will be writing 40,000, and by balance CD, how much it will be? It will be 33,500. Okay, and this will be also be balanced like this, 40,000, and you write 40,000 over here, and just by balance CD, it will be 40,000. Just like this way we have to total each and every account. Okay, so I hope you can just total it out like this way. This is the same way you have to total it, and I hope the ledger is clear to you. The ledger is very important, so I hope the ledger is clear to you, so that you could post it in a ledger. Now the journal is clear, the compound entries are clear to you in case of journal, and this is the ledger, so the ledger is also clear. I have shown you all the ledger accounts very clearly, so that you don't have any doubt in ledger. And still if you have some doubts, you could comment it below, so that I can clear all your doubts, students. And if you have understood this video, please do like my video, please do share it to the commerce students, and do subscribe my channel. Thank you so much.